Hey guys, it's TF Nut. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing another action figure review. This is going to be of the NECA An American Werewolf in London Ultimate Kessler Wolf. Very excited to have this one. I've been waiting on getting this for a while. Didn't order this online. Finally got this in stock at a local Target. I'm just going to tell you guys right now. The packaging is damaged here. However, I absolutely stepped on this thing on accident. It is not Target's fault, I will admit that. But I was excited for this because it looks like a nice generic wolf to have in your collection with other fantasy characters like, Witcher and whatnot. I remember liking the movie many years when I saw it, but I don't really remember it too well at this point, so I need to go back and watch it. Anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at the packaging here. Top half, really nice illustration of the wolf right there. It says keep clear of the moors, beware the moon. Very nicely done here. Bottom half here, it says American Werewolf in London. You have pretty much the rest of the poster on there as well with nice illustrations. It does say Ultimate Kessler Wolf right there on the very bottom. On this side, it's just an image of the wolf. You can see the wolf's face right there looking really sick. It says American Werewolf in London. Bottom left, NECA logo. Bottom right, Real Toys logo. On this side, it is another image of the face. This time, the mouth is completely open with pretty much the same lettering with the logos and whatnot as well there. On the top of the packaging, a very nice slightly side profile of the wolf right there, and again it says the movie's title, ages 17 and up, warning, choking hazard, and the NECA logo. On the bottom here, these are the credits for who worked on this particular product right here. It also has the Universal logo and whatnot there, and here's the barcode zoomed in right there in case you need it. Here's the back of the packaging so you can see some nice product shots of the wolf there and some different poses and whatnot, looking really cool. We zoom in here, here's a read up of the movie if you want to pause and read that right now. Now, of course, with the Ultimate figures, you open it up with a flap right here, and you can see the figure right there in a nice window box. When we look on this flap here, you can see some nice toy photography of the wolf in a cool diorama right there, and then here is the figure in the box. Let's go ahead and get this figure out of the packaging. So here's the wolf out of the packaging. This thing rocks, seriously. It's a really nicely detailed piece, and for the price you're paying, which I paid like 35, 40 bucks at Target, I think it's pretty decent. It doesn't come with that much stuff, but we'll take a look at the accessories and we'll take a closer look at the figure. So I think one reason why it's cheaper than I expected is because it only comes with one accessory here, which makes sense because, a wolf's not going to need much than maybe an alternate head. Now, this isn't going to be a knock in the figure at all, but I just thought maybe they would do a hinged jaw, with like articulation here. But I think the way that it's all sculpted in order to keep the details intact and whatnot, to make it look accurate to the film, they have to do it with an alternate head. And I'm fine with that. This looks really good now. Looking straight forward, I feel like it's a tiny bit cockeyed. It's not going to be the end of the world because, like there, it doesn't look cockeyed. There, it doesn't look cockeyed. So, yeah, I think it's fine. It's got great details, too. It's got like some light brown and this dark brown molded sculpt there. The fur looks really great. I have a little bit of like some lightish blue or grayish going on to the ears. There's a little bit of some gray in the face, too, in the fur. The exposed gums, or jaw really, and all that. I wouldn't say gums, but wow, looks really sick. They also have some glossy details in there to make it look a lot like it's salivating and whatnot. I mean, I don't know exactly what's going on with the open gap right there. That's a little distracting. I don't really know if that could be accurate. I don't remember. It's not that big of a deal to me, if I'm being quite honest. The teeth look great, seriously. Look in there. Look at the back teeth. That's awesome. All that fur detail on this thing. And the eyebrows, too. And the snout, too. The nose and whatnot. All that just looks really good. That's what it looks like on the inside. They even have a little bit of some lines, textured and sculpted in there, too. And I have not popped this off yet. So that popped off easy. Sometimes the alternate heads are really not easy to pop on. This case, though, it might be a little tight when you want to move it around, but that popped on pretty easily. So as you can see, this is a large boy. I'm looking straight at the face. It looks like it's also a little just a tiny bit cockeyed. I think that might be accurate to the film. I don't remember the film that well, like I said, so I'm not gonna knock too many things for not remembering stuff. So there's that. This thing looks great, man. I really like the detailing on here. You can see even like how the ribs came through on that. That is sick. So this face that it came packaged with, I feel like, I could be wrong, but it looks like there's some more bluish, grayish shading on this face than it is on this one, which isn't a bad thing per se, just something I noticed. The teeth and the fangs and all that look incredible. Look at that, man. That is super sick. I really like all that detailing. It's like yellowish. It just has this like nice black wash in the teeth too, looking great. Those the jaws and whatnot, and the gums and whatnot look just nice, like the previous head I showed off too, just as nice, honestly. All the really nice lines in the fur, looking really sick. The menacing eyebrows. So we back out a little bit, and when you pop this off, this is a completely separate piece that could come out too. I don't really know if I don't think it would look right. Yeah, it's not gonna look right if you did that. I think it's just an alternate piece in there when they were figuring out the or a removable piece when they were figuring out the engineering of the articulation. But as you can see in the fur, it just looks so. Man, just look at that. That is so nice. They have a little bit of like some gray going into the brown, light brown paint dry brushing going on into the the dark brown sculpt. Some parts are a little bit more smoother towards the joint there, so you can move that all the way down, and there's no detailed fur to get that out of the way. But it still has some detailing in there, so that's nice. You can see the grayish bluish like highlights and whatnot that they have on the paws. Looking at these big old claws, man. These are sick. A very similar approach to the teeth. Has this yellowish, like almost like a black wash, just a little bit of washing going on to the onto here. These look. Actually, there may not be a black wash. There's some kind of wash in here, definitely. It looked like I had something in there for a second, but the way that this is sculpted with the fur and just how like elongated these, like it's like a combination of an actual wolf's paw and like human fingers almost. The way all that works, the way that looks is really nice. There's the underbelly of this big old boy. Really nice. Light brown going on. There's like consistently paint everywhere, so that's really nice. You have like some lighter brown here, but then it goes to just like just whatever this very dark brown sculpt is here. So that's one thing. I don't know if it looks like there's a little bit of paint in here, but it's like, is this supposed to be consistent with this? It's not that big of a deal because it doesn't look too bad, but as you can see, there's a stark variation in color going on there. But and then you get to the back paws here. These also look really nice. So man, this just looks so good. I really don't have that much to complain about because it's just such a nicely detailed piece. If there is inconsistent paint, then it really doesn't matter because the sculpting and detailing gets, makes up for that. It's just a little bit of some tight joints, however. Looking really nice. A little bit of like some light blue wash on those toes. There's the back where you can see like more of the spine. Man, that thing looks so sick. I'm just gushing over how good this looks. Short tail. The outer leg. Here's the other side I forgot to show off. You can see a little bit of like where the ribs would be again. Right there. And then the outside of the leg right there. And the joints are a little too exposed, but at least it's all consistent colors. Maybe not as much in the paws right here. If they had tried to paint that a little bit, maybe that would look better, but it's not too distracting. I think farther away. Man, this is such a good looking piece. I've said that like numerous times. I'm gonna, even if I wanted, to use a rotating stand, I don't think I could do the 360 right now justice because this is such a large piece. It's not the largest creature I think I have in my collection, but it's up there. It's a really nice piece, man. Articulation's a little funky to figure out because it's not like normal human articulation. They gave us wolf articulation, so bear with me with trying to figure out some things. We definitely have a ball peg here, so it's ball jointed at the head. You pop that off and you see that right there. You pop this off and you can see there it goes into the torso too, so it has all this range of motion that might be hindered. Well, I wouldn't say hindered, but let me see. No, it's not hindered at all. It actually moves around a lot, and this piece moving with that, that fur piece, it all makes it look consistent, so that's good. We do have arms that go all the way around. They do go in and out here. That's about as far out as they go. downward like that. That's inward as much as they go. Arms can go all the way around. We have a swivel at the elbow and a single joint elbow that actually extends all the way out, and it bends over 90. We have a swivel at this part of the paw, and then we hinge it right there, and then just a hinge at this part of the paw. Is there a swivel? Nope. It's, I think, sometimes maybe they put a swivel in there. I think there might be a tiny ankle rocker in the actual paw, but it's going to mostly be used for hinging up and down. We do have a ball jointed waist, so it can swivel a little bit. Its up and down is not amazing, to be quite honest. It's side to side, though. Doing it like this is a little bit better. So and this is a little bit of a softer plastic piece right here, so you can, move a little bit without getting too hindered by the the plastic in the sculpt. They just go all the way around here on these back legs, in and out like so. This is also a soft plastic piece right here. And we do have another single joint leg, which is really, that does not sound fun. Bending it like that, not as good. I could be wrong, but that's as far out as I can go right now with that leg. So I don't think they're as good when it comes to articulation as the front legs. But the up and down here is a little bit hard to manhandle this thing, Up and down here, so you can see all that range of motion. Up and down here at this part of the paw, and it has a tiny bit of a ankle rocker in there, I think. But it's mostly going to be used for going up and down. For size comparison, since the wolf, of course, can't stand up on two legs on its own, I have it with its legs all the way extended outward to give you an idea of just how high it can go off the ground. And as you can see, this is what it's going to look like with right on its left with a NECA figure. That's the newest Ash Williams. On the right of him, that is a McFarlane Toys Witcher 3 Geralt. Far left, Marvel Legends Black Suit Spider-Man. Far right, first ever version of the Mandalorian from Star Wars: The Black Series. As you can see, this thing is very big compared to... I think it's going to work with really any scale you want to put it with, especially like 7 and 6-inch scale stuff. You just see just how big and long it is. Overall, this is a really awesome wolf figure for multiple purposes that you can use for this. If you like the film and you wanted some merch for it, perfect for you. If you like it and needed a wolf, or if you're not familiar with the film and just needed a fantasy style wolf character, I think this is also going to work too. It may not fit entirely perfectly with maybe like the Witcher style of werewolves and whatnot, but you could definitely make it work. It is a very nice piece. It doesn't come with that much, but it doesn't really need to. Just the alternate head is enough, honestly. Because of that, it is a little bit cheaper, $35 to $40, and I think, if you ask me, that is worth the price because of how well detailed, very nicely articulated it is. And overall, just a very fun piece to have in your collection. For your horror collection, fantasy creature collection. Really, it fits in multiple different collections that you can have. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Comment down below what you think about the figure, what you think about the review. Leave a like, share amongst your friends. Follow me on Instagram for more content over there, and I'll see you guys later.